What is going on, guys? It's Garrett here. Going to do a reaction video to Christian Miracle. I'm scared to say that wasn't me, but we're going. Christian Miracle did another video 36 minutes ago about everything wrong with WrestleMania 29. I haven't watched it yet, but let's get into it. Think mystically. Join the optimistic army. Subscribe. Oh, this is long.
Superstorm Sandy hit our shores.
Okay, let me address something here. I understand that they are playing this video because of Hurricane Sandy hitting the New Jersey area, among other places. But that doesn't get us pumped up for WrestleMania. I can understand what they're trying to say here, but now I feel bad at the start of WrestleMania.
Me too.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
WrestleMania NY&J. Good night. But there's no America the Beautiful singing like there usually is.
Yep. Never is.
WrestleMania.
This is literally the second time they say welcome to WrestleMania. I think we already knew where we were the first time you said it. This was among one of the worst choices for the WrestleMania theme song. Coming Home is a good song, but when you hear it, WrestleMania doesn't come in your head.
No,
It does not get us pumped up for WrestleMania.
honestly, they should have heavy metal or rock music, for WrestleMania or awesome events like SummerSlam and stuff. But honestly, just why? Why Coming Home? That's a horrible song choice.
And anyway, also there's no opening pyro even though it's dark enough to see the pyro.
Will we have another WrestleMania moment this year?
WrestleMania moment. Randy Orton kicking off WrestleMania is a sin because he is one of the top stars in the company.
He really was at this time of the event.
The cameraman panned the camera up due to the size of the Big Show, then realized he was pointing a little too high.
Well, if the Shield is coming through this crowd, it could take him a couple of hours to get to the ring.
Even though the Shield got to the ring quicker at this event than they would at most events.
WrestleMania 24, when he won the WWE Championship.
Actually, Randy retained the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 24.
Oh.
When this came,
Why aren't you tagging in the Big Show? That's the second time you two have just completely ignored Show.
how you refer to him? I think he's
Also, because he's such a major difference to this match, he can really help you.
a whack job.
Or a lunatic. How ironic that Jerry referred to him as a whack job.
Oh, and right to the
Show clearly jumped when Dean delivered the dropkick. Dean removed his vest. Not really Shield like now, is it?
reach out. Randy,
Randy is addicted to Show.
you're back, Randy. Seth Rollins on.
Foreshadowing WrestleMania 31, but since I didn't remove a sin
Once again, it's not foreshadowing. They would never know that the Shield will break up.
for that even better RKO.
Honestly,
2
I
years
didn't
later,
either.
I'll not remove a sin for this one. I'll just leave the score at that.
What a weak spear.
Randy landed too late from the spear. Sheamus deserved that. So did Randy.
Last year at WrestleMania.
This bullshit rematch between The Rock and John Cena doesn't begin for another 3 damn hours, and already we are showing the promo video for that match. Why are you hyping us up for something we never gave a shit about in the first place?
I told every single person that I needed to win that match, and I failed. You don't know what that does to a man. It makes you feel worthless.
Apparently losing a match to The Rock makes you feel worthless. If anything, I'd be happy that I competed against The Rock in the first place.
You were responsible for my collapse, both professionally and personally.
John blames Rock for divorcing his wife. If anything, that was your own fault too. You chose the WWE Universe over your damn wife. Snooki, previously on WWE.
Mickey.
Oh, now Ryback has pyro, even though later on it's still going to be nothing but sound. The sin here is this is the only time he actually has pyro.
Really?
Tweets. After seeing so many bear hugs, I think Mark just wants to hug Ryback rather than defeat him. And the fact that Ryback is able to turn his body around while in the bear hug further supports my belief that Mark just wants a hug. You guys have seen John Cena lift up the Big Show for an attitude adjustment, yet you think Ryback lifting up Mark Henry is impossible? Really? Mark wins by falling on Ryback? That's seriously how this match ends? I mean, congrats, Mark, but Ryback went down that easily?
Yeah.
post-match assault.
I'm gonna get involved in a three-way if I can here.
Whoa, Jerry, they're just toys. No need for three-ways.
Oh, come on now.
You in one of these shortest matches in WrestleMania history. I was sick that day.
Excuses.
Big E Langston in his first match in WWE.
So Biggie Langston was on the main roster for 4 months and hasn't competed in a match until now? Why? Why was he just hanging around being the muscle for someone to not compete? Previously again on
He honestly was good as a muscle.
WWE.
Have you ever seen this happen to Kane? Never.
Bullshit. So many wrestlers have powered out of the chokeslam from Kane. Don't lie, John.
He's been on more manhunts than the FBI.
What? Interrupt WrestleMania 29 to bring you WrestleMania 28. That creepy stare from AJ made me piss myself. Also, more tweets. Also, this is the second match in a row that we see a load of tweets.
And Dolph Ziggler took advantage.
Fail, Miss Sir.
Yeah, that was a fail.
By the time Big E landed on Kane, the referee could have hit the mat for the 3 count, but the referee decides to hesitate before counting 3. Why am I reminded of someone else who famously used that move?
So WWE can't mention that guy, but I can. It was Chris Benoit.
The bell rang exactly when the referee said 3. Imagine if it was only a 2 count and the bell still rang. Even though there were a lot of hot chicks dancing here, the cameraman focused is mainly on the one in front. I just heard. You banging her or something? That statue is a discount Elvis. I'm actually surprised that Fandango didn't suddenly stop and say he wasn't going to compete because of Lillian not getting his name right, as that was his shtick the last few weeks. Previously, once again on WWE. Jesus.
WrestleMania brought to you by
Skip.
This isn't ballroom dancing, you idiot. Get to competing.
against a guy who's never had a wrestling match here.
Except under his gimmick as Johnny Curtis. 3rd match in a row with a load of fucking tweets. Jesus, this is getting contagious. This is WrestleMania, not hashtag Twitter mania. This was sadly the only...
I honestly hate it when Fandango won. Oh, what was who did Fandango ever win? Well, if he won, what was his first match he won against? Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 29. Now that is extremely disappointing.
The accomplishment in Fandango's entire career in WWE so far. With what WWE is doing with him these days, it's hard to believe that Fandango defeated Chris Jericho at WrestleMania in his debut match. Previously on WrestleMania 29. Why? Why are you showing another promo for The Rock and John Cena? The result of this upcoming match is... well, I'm going to annihilate that match when I get to it. But since this is the second time we're getting a promo for this stupid rematch, I'll give it 2 sins. A nearly 10-minute music...
Honestly, I hate it because they piped it up at WrestleMania 28. It can only happen once. The match of a lifetime. It can only happen once, guys. Once in a lifetime. And then we get lied to. It happens next year at WrestleMania 29. Once in a lifetime. It will never happen again. It did. It just makes me want to say, WWE, you lied to me.
Performance that does nothing for WrestleMania at all. This is basically the bathroom break moment of WrestleMania, considering nobody asked for a random live performance. I got nothing against Sean Combs, but live music is not what people paid for. Holy shit, Jack Swagger's entrance was not shown. And by the looks of that vehicle, it was a customized entrance too. I don't care why WWE did not show Jack's entrance. Not showing an entrance at WrestleMania like it's a jobber on Raw is disgusting in ways that deserves major punishment.
If it deserves major punishment, why didn't you add like 10 or 15 cents to it? Or maybe even 5 for that matter.
This entire gimmick is a dick to non-Americans while being a dick to Americans at the same time, which is dumb as hell, minus the "We the People" chant. Alberto is not pronounced with 2,000 O's, you know.
What if it was?
No, it's just a match for the world title.
Only 30% of the world champions have retained at WrestleMania.
Michael believes Alberto will lose the title because of the previous odds of retaining at WrestleMania. That looked more like Jack intentionally threw himself into the ring post.
Del Rio tries to fight back into this thing.
Del Rio tries to fight back into this thing.
Oh, you like it when Zeb gets kicked, but if sometimes Ricardo, you defend it.
JBL would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion. 4th fucking match in a row with tweets. This pay-per-view has been infected with rows of tweets.
Everybody's saying, oh, it's
What was that?
Overselling because Alberto jumped a little late from that chop block.
Yeah, that was
and that
weak.
random corkscrew he did too. Since Ricardo always speaks Spanish, I wonder why he's counting in English rather than Spanish. More stupid trends.
Assaulting the champion. We should.
Well, of course he's assaulting Alberto. It's a world title match. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to remove 5 sins for CM Punk's awesome entrance with Living Color playing their song Cult of Personality. And I'd also like to say that this is the only time where I believe live music at WrestleMania should be played. For a superstar's entrance, not for no reason at all. But I want to say that after a 434-day reign as WWE Champion, why was CM Punk not in the main event? Why did they choose him to face The Undertaker?
It honestly sucks. Even though I was never a CM Punk fan, it honestly sucks. There was never CM Punk was never in a main event at WrestleMania. Miz headlines 1, CM Punk 0. It could have happened in 2011 on the best, in 2011, 2012, the best years of CM Punk's career. They could have had it off a fresh start, but no. How about Miz for everyone?
Everyone already knew that he never stood a chance against Taker at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman holding the urn like it's a jar of cookies or something. Entrance full of demons was not as great as CM Punk's entrance, but I'll still remove a few cents for it.
Like great Paul Bearer.
CM Punk playing with the urn like it's a toy. More stupid trends.
Commentating. Short my career.
Ah, you got scared.
Are we gonna see it here? Old school.
The fact that Undertaker didn't immediately walk the rope proves that an obvious counter was obvious.
Actually, I never know who's going to counter that.
Yet he was barely
And I watched this event too.
The copyright infringement sin is dead, but the sin here is CM Punk was the only one to actually hit Old School in this match. Undertaker botched the leg going on the top rope thing he does whenever someone moves out of the way from that kick in the corner. CM Punk actually thinks that doing Old School twice would work. CM Punk fell on his own accord. Undertaker didn't counter whatsoever. Punk
Yeah, that was
just
kind of
landed on the
obvious when I
ropes
first
through
saw
his own
that.
Clumsiness. Hi. Bye. No, don't attack me. I still have to come out later tonight with Brock Lesnar. Also, possible epic moment prevented by Paul's interference. After getting kicked, Undertaker had to push himself onto the table to get in a proper position.
And he's
slowly
slow. Yeah,
fell
he's.
too. The table didn't break. That was the fastest tombstone I have ever seen, and it almost seemed like Undertaker was about to drop Punk too. Way too common these days to be amazing. Really? One slap in the chest and the referee acts like he took a lot of damage? It was weird.
That happens a
Also,
lot.
the referee knocked down a crucial point in match cliche. Those who actually believe that the streak was over following an earned shot to the neck are dumb as fuck. Because of the slow movements and
Thank you.
count,
I'm
it was
not
obvious
dumb
that Undertaker
because I knew he was going to
survive.
kick out. It was obvious. 2, 3.
While this was a pretty good match and one of the best of the night too, there was no epic moments in it whatsoever. I was disappointed with the lack of moments that said the streak is gonna end. At no point in this match did I believe that CM Punk had beaten the streak, not even that earned shot to the neck, because after everything we've seen Undertaker go through over the years at WrestleMania, we all knew he would kick out of that. And so, there you go. CM Punk is the final victim of the streak before it was conquered a year later. Another goddamn promo for Rock vs. Cena.
This is the third one.
Third damn
Yeah.
one. Please stop it. We already know they're competing against each other in a match we don't care about. Really? The last 2 matches of WrestleMania 29 are rematches? Besides, this match was also predictable. Everyone figured Triple H would defeat Brock Lesnar considering Brock won the first time, and just so the kids can be happy. Also, why is Shawn Michaels shown here but Paul Heyman is not? He's accompanying Brock to the ring, so why isn't he on this?
He wasn't at the time.
Can't you just say it's a career-threatening match? That's basically what this match is. Also, why bother putting Hunter's career on the line if he's just going to win anyway and stay the next number of years? I'll be honest, when I began sitting this event, I completely forgot that Hunter's career was on the line in this
Me
match.
too.
I love Shawn Michaels, but I know that he's the only reason Hunter defeated Brock. Did you ever notice that Brock only lost to Hunter when Shawn was around, and the other 2 times that Shawn wasn't around, Brock won? Seriously, who gives a shit about Hulu? Especially during the motherfucking entrance of Shawn Michaels. Wait, Brock's next? Wasn't Shawn coming out to be with Hunter? Why isn't Hunter's music playing? Why is Brock coming out next? Brock's pyro is so intense you can barely hear it. Okay, seeing this fan bounce into Brock's music is fine. I do it all the time when Brock shows up. I admit it. But the scary smile on his face creeps me out. No offense, but I actually shivered the first time I saw that look. Also, the guy on the right looks bored as fuck. Epic entrance by Hunter, ruined by the dry ice on his chest. Must suck for him for 2 reasons.
Yeah, he actually suffered a second degree, first and second degree burns from that entrance.
I've honestly never heard as much reminders of a match being no holds barred until I watched this one. So I'm gonna count us in for every time they gave a reminder.
No holds barred. 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 Big massive knees already.
Ah, looked like Brock just fell out of the ring on his own instead of
Yeah, that was
Hunter
true.
pulling him out.
If he loses,
Bat stairs.
Triple H.
Jesus, Brock could have broken his neck right there. Is Hunter actually trying to kill him here?
Triple H.
Ah, Brock scared that kid.
Triple H.
Brock was legit knocked out from that.
Underneath for the fate of heart.
My chair.
WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I don't know what to do with you, so I guess we should go back outside the ring. So do you. Also, average everyday YouTube comment toward me. Jesus, I'm getting pissed off at the many times we've seen Twitter trends and tweets appear in these matches. Almost every single one of them with the exception of the opening match.
Down here, Triple H.
That was one of the softest landings on the table that I've ever seen. Is it wrong that I laughed at this? Okay, now you're just being a show-off. Also, Brock's scream inspires many to edit the famous human goat scream over his own. Check it out. But he might should? Either say he might or he should, because might should makes no sense at all. Actually, I believe this was the birth of Suplex City. There are so many events where I think that Suplex City was born.
Even the 2002 for 2004 career of Brock before he left WWE. Now, that was a lot of suplexes.
Brock wasting his time stalking Shawn. Why do superstars like Shawn Michaels always land on their side from the F5? Ah, you failed. That was on his shoulder, you idiot.
Lesnar is untamed.
No shit. What are you, The Undertaker? Hunter was watching Brock the whole time and could have moved out of the way at any moment. Brock doesn't immediately go all UFC on Hunter following that slap. Brock constipated Lesnar. Hell no he won't. It's Brock fucking Lesnar. Paul randomly hits the ring with a chair to test its strength. Hunter lands on steps. He locks the hole back in. He gets thrown into the steps again. He locks the hole back in again. Now that's what you call delaying the match. Hunter must have lost his voice with that roar.
Are you kidding me?
Have you guys ever noticed that every time Brock lost by pinfall since his return in 2012, it was due to taking a finisher on the steel stairs? I think I just found out Brock's weakness. Randy Orton, if you're watching this, deliver the RKO to Brock on the stairs. It'll work.
That is true. At first, he's only lost twice by pinfall during his time since he's been back since 2012. Once to Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, he got AA'd on the stairs, and this one, he got pedigree on the stairs.
Donald Trump in the WWE Hall of Fame is a sin on its own.
We are proud to have set an attendance record in our home.
Even though the attendance record of MetLife Stadium was over 82,000 before this event.
Okay.
What, no promo before the match? Oh, right, I forgot. They've been showing promos for this all night
That would have
long.
been the fourth one.
Also, at least customize your entrances instead of casually coming out to the main event of WrestleMania. Finally, I get to annihilate this. First thing I want to say is this match completely destroyed the advertising of once in a lifetime.
See, I told you earlier in the video. I told you.
Everyone knows that once in a lifetime means that it never happened before and it will never happen again. So this is twice in a lifetime. Also, just because it's for the WWE title doesn't mean that it didn't break the once in a lifetime tagline. Next, this was literally the most predictable main event in the history of WrestleMania, next to 2016's event. The Rock walks in as champion. He's ironically not scheduled for any future events anytime soon, and John Cena lost the previous year and whined, bitched, moaned, and cried like a little brat that didn't get what he wanted at Walmart about losing the previous year. Also, John can't take losing to The Rock like a man. And while we're on that subject, why don't you just challenge Stone Cold Steve Austin or something? He's honestly a greater wrestler to conquer than The Rock, no offense. And of course, everyone knew this match would happen well before they shouted Happy New Year 2013. The Rock was going to face the WWE Champion at the Royal Rumble, while John entered the Royal Rumble match. Jeez, who could have seen this coming? This is the most unnecessary rematch in the history of WrestleMania. Also, this match exists. Also, how the fuck did this match win Match of the fucking Year when it was one of the worst main events in WrestleMania history? Why is the referee checking for weapons here while the rest of the superstars competing in regular matches on this night were never checked for weapons?
Very important match for Cena. A must win.
Just like last year, but the only reason this match exists is because he couldn't take losing like a man.
Which led to a downward spiral, both in his career and his professional life.
Isn't his career and professional life the same thing?
Today, he hopes to right all those wrongs.
Winning against the guy you lost to the previous year doesn't
He's gonna
erase
put a
the
lot
fact
of
that you
sins in
did
this
lose to
match.
him.
The Cena you see in here today is not the Cena I face. Cena is so much better than the one in 2004.
That was in 2005 that he beat you for his first title, John.
If he loses to The Rock twice at WrestleMania back-to-back, there will always be the big game stigma against him.
Shawn Michaels lost to The Undertaker 2 WrestleManias in a row and you don't see him complaining about it.
Also, because he knew what was
First 6 to
gonna
7
happen.
minutes of this match is slow movements, stare downs, or John taking a breather outside. We're already bored that this match exists, but geez, just get it over with already.
He beat Cena last year, he beats him again. He has to be considered the greatest.
The Rock is already one of the greatest. He has nothing to prove anymore.
Victory over The Rock tonight would cement his legacy.
What was that?
And more damn trends for the final match of the night. Also, I'm surprised that hashtag this match sucks isn't trending.
He's not a bull, a better guy in the locker room.
That was obvious. It
Clearly
didn't
missed
kick.
kick and John is sent
Yeah.
sailing out of the ring.
Well, and he went into a downward spiral. He admitted that. He wasn't the same for a year.
What about when he lost to John Laurinaitis? That is more humiliating than losing to The Rock.
Bring back the old commentators. Bring back JR. They actually announced what's going on in the match, and they're always saying about, oh, John Cena had this horrible depression last year. He's never going to do anything good again. All they do is talk about that. They never talk about what happens in the match. Well, they did a few times, but honestly, what? I'm not going to talk.
How come John didn't go into a downward spiral because of that?
Well, he decided he was going to make 2013 John Cena's year.
Just like every year since 2005.
He said, Rock, you didn't beat me. I beat me.
John saying you didn't beat me, I beat me is the most pathetic excuse I have ever heard in my life. Bullshit, John.
Rock beat
you.
you. Yeah,
Get
he
over
did.
it. It's hard to hear, but you can hear a boring chant, and the crowd is right. This match was boring from the start to the finish.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Split 50-50. Half for The Rock, half for
Oh wait, I
John
wasn't a wrestling fan at the
Actually,
time.
10% for John, 10% for Rock.
You know what I was a fan of at the time? NASCAR and the Carolina Panthers.
And 80% for I don't give a fuck about this match. That's not even close to being an STF. John doesn't have the leg hooked and his arms aren't
He only has
crossed.
his hands
This is either a crossface or a headlock.
clashed together.
I'm just gonna go ahead and add in sins for the many finishers that were kicked out of like they were regular moves. John survived 3 rock bottoms and a people's elbow, which is bullshit to begin with. And Rock survived a rock bottom and 2 attitude adjustments before succumbing to the 3rd. So that's a total of 7 sins added for 7 finishers that did not get the victory. Also, it took 8 fucking finishers to end this boring, unnecessary match. For the last 6 minutes of this match, all these guys were doing was throwing punches and hitting finishers. They
That
literally
sucked.
had
I
nothing
hate
else
this
to show.
match.
What a waste. At this point, point, you guys are just stalling for time. John kicking out of everything like he's the Undertaker is just dumb as fuck, and it really annoyed me that these two legends treated their finishers like they were just regular moves. Thank you. I was literally almost passed out at this point. You know what would have made up for this pathetic rematch? If John suddenly turned heel. I would have literally removed the sins I put in for this match if John did that.
Me too.
Also,
If
you
I
guys
was
are
him.
best buddies now? Whatever happened to I don't like you? You both have won against each other and you say, ah, fuck it, let's go have a beer backstage and be best friends. Also, let me address one final thing. It's The Rock's so-called injuries that he suffered during this match. They say he tore his pelvis and adductor muscle and was still able to perform for the next 15 minutes of the match. I know for a fact that if those injuries really did occur, Rock wouldn't have been able to perform his finishers that well or do good in the remainder of the match. Plus, he wouldn't have been able to celebrate with John without being in a lot of pain. This is the most over-exaggerated injury statement I have ever heard. The Rock lost the match, yet it's his theme that plays.
Total sins 188. Wow. Okay. It's not as much as WrestleMania 31. Well, duh, because it was 5 freaking hours. This was probably like 4 hours. Oh yeah, it was. Whoops. Oh yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.